What up? It's your man, old man Winter, back once again. Know what I'm saying? Been took off for a minute, but I'm back. You know what I'm saying? Back on my, you know, podcasting or whatever you want to call it. The script or whatever. I'm back here to talk my ish again. And let y'all know the deal. So we here today to talk about y'all boy Jonathan Majors. Mm, 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 mm. Jonathan, Jonathan, Jonathan Majors, the Snowbunny Chaser. Boy, them white supremacists put it on his ass this go round, you know what I'm saying? They ain't cut him no slack, they ain't cut him no breaks, and it is what it is. We all seen what happened. Um, so just to let y'all know what's been going on, Jonathan Majors was accused of committing domestic violence against his snow bunny girlfriend. And just like I've talked about the cost of Zaddy worship, this dude is paying the price. Unlike them, he's not paying the ultimate price, but he's paying a price, you know, for the snow bunny worship. I'm giving it out just as good as for the men and the women. Nobody is getting no slack on this divesting tip. And Jonathan Majors has learned the hard way. When you sitting up here laying up with white mommy, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that you doing something, you stepping up in the world, going to get you a white girl, and that's all good and it's all fun and games. Nah, it's not. I'm starting to think these black dudes that's dating these white women, they're bigger thrill seekers than anybody that goes diving, uh, bungee jumping, uh, cliff diving, or whatever, snowboarding, whatever. You think these people are adrenaline junkies or whatever you want to call it? Nah, the true risk takers are the black men out here thinking that they gonna date and wife up a white woman and it's gonna just turn out all fine and then either she's gonna get you for your bread or she's gonna get you behind bars. These guys we gotta take our hats off to them. They the ultimate risk takers in our society because we live in a society ran by the cult of white supremacy. And no matter what the circumstances, white makes right in the culture of white supremacy, living in this white supremacy system. And Jonathan Majors just had to learn the hard way, just like many other foolish black men throughout time in this country has learned as well. The system of white supremacy ain't gonna let nobody go get past unscathed. They set them up, prop them up. And Jonathan Majors, to me, this whole situation with him, he was propped up so much it looked like, this from day one was planned from day one. I'm gonna give my honest perspective about it. Well, we'll get to that part, but I'm definitely gonna get to it. But for right now, I'm gonna play, the verdict. This man was going back to the subject. He was accused of domestic violence against his white woman girlfriend at the time, ex-girlfriend now. He finally wised up and got down with the team and came back on. Now he got a black woman that he's walking in and out of court with every day. So after this white woman, stuck dick in him and did everything they did to him, he finally wised up and came back to the home team as we all should. This society is designed for interracial relationships as far being on an equal level, because we live in a white supremacist society. Once again, white people are designated as the dominant race in this society, so that the balance of that relationship will always be unequal. So until there's some type of equal ground between us all in this country, which may never happen, but if it does, okay, fine and cool. Maybe we can open up them doors to interracial relationships. But as far as now, no, our society isn't designed for that. We have to stick with our own and strengthen our own groups. A lesson, once again, this man has learned the hard way, seeing what has just happened to him. So, without further ado, this is the verdict of the situation this man found him in. And fair use is in full effect as usual.
And Majors was found guilty by a New York jury today. The 34-year-old Creed 3 actor has been convicted of assaulting and harassing his former girlfriend. The charges stem from a fight between the couple in the back of a car last March when the victim alleges Majors attacked her and broke her finger. This verdict has put Majors' blooming career on hold. He was previously set to star in the next phase of the Marvel movie universe until he was facing these charges. His sentencing will take place in February.
So, anybody that's been keeping up, well, there you have it. The man has been found guilty in that flimsy ass case accusing this man of assault against his former girlfriend. Now, anybody's been keeping up with the case, if they've watched the video, which I may play the video later. When they showed the altercation, it was obvious the altercation that's generated these charges. It's obvious this man was trying to escape this woman. He was trying to get away. He was trying to flee. It was obvious she was aggressive towards him. They had the man running 100 miles and running. If I put this video in there, I'll be putting it in right now. So if the video was put in, which 9 times 10, I put it in there. As you can see, this man was running halfway across Manhattan or wherever the heck they were. I believe it was New York somewhere. This man ran halfway across Manhattan. He ducking around corners and everything. Bumped out on her for real, for real. Got a real little on her ass. You know what I'm saying? But this woman, this crazy white woman, literally tried to chase this man for 3, 4 blocks. Man, she did not give up, even though he was dusting her ass and shit. And this man was running for blocks. This lady on his heels the whole time. Does that look like who looks like they're the aggressor in that situation? When you watch the video from the beginning, he's getting out the car. She's trying to get out the car with him. He had to physically push her back in the car so he could create separation between them. I mean, it's just obvious the way the whole thing was. And that video being shown, even though when they had originally released it, they heavily edited it to where they only showed him pushing in there. But the real video got leaked that shows everything. And it shows completely that this man was not the aggressor. They even had in the trial, the driver said this woman was the one doing everything. She was the one attacking him. He was doing nothing. So basically, it generated from something about his phone, a chick text him or whatever. He get his phone away from her, or whatever. She probably, was trying to beat his ass or something. Women do that type of shit all the time, trying to beat his ass or some shit in the car. Once they came to a stop, he tried to hop out and get away. She kept trying to get back at his ass and shit. You could see him having a tussle to create separation from her. And then, you know what I'm saying, to the point where he just ran and, you know what I'm saying, kept running. And she kept chasing his ass. She was so much the aggressor and so much trying to be on his ass that she chased this man for 3 blocks. And they still found this man guilty. The reason that man is guilty, he's guilty of dating a white woman. That's it, that's all. That's the crime that he committed in this scenario, in this situation. This man dated that dang gone white woman, and they punishing him for dating a white woman and pissing her off and having the nerve to do anything to make her be upset with him. They knew by the evidence, the testimony, and everything, this man was not the aggressor. He was not abusing her. He was the victim. But when you dealing with a white woman in a black man scenario, the white woman will always be the victim. No matter what you did, whatever, no matter what you didn't do, you did do, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant in a system of white supremacy. This case might as well be Emmett Till 2023. You know what I'm saying? And it is Emmett Till 2023, and people will say, oh, it's not that serious. But it really is. And the reason it's that serious is in this day and age, they can't come to your, I mean, well, unless you're still in Mississippi or something. But in the modern era, a modern era lynching because a white woman said you whistled at her or some shit like this is just what happened to Jonathan Majors. They aren't gonna come with the tiki torches and shit and kick your door in the middle of the night in 2023. What they're gonna do is drag you into court on unfounded allegations, railroad you, find you guilty when you're clearly innocent, even with all type of ridiculous evidence showing that you're innocent. They're gonna still find you guilty, and what they're going to do is socially lynch you. So now all the news reports, oh, he's been found guilty, and everything they're saying is it's as a matter of fact of all the allegations because the white supremacist system found him guilty. So yeah, now instead of saying he allegedly assaulted her, when they speak on the matter, they say, oh well, he assaulted her, he did this, he did that, because they have that carte blanche to do that because the white supremacist uh, judicial system found him guilty when all the evidence shows he was innocent. The case, the ruling is just a travesty of justice. It's ridiculous, but it's meant to be ridiculous, and that's why I compare it comparatively to the Emmett Till case. Because guess what? This man in this internet age and this social media age, he's been socially lynched, which means they stripped him of everything. Immediately, Marvel had their announcement already as soon as for the verdict to come out. Immediately, Marvel dropped him. Trust me, he's going to be ostracized all across social media, all across Hollywood and everything. Even though the evidence and anybody with common sense can see that this man was not the aggressor, no matter what, they're going to still say it because an official white supremacist ruling is against them now. You know, forget clear, objective evidence showing that he's not guilty. Just like the jury said, forget that. We don't care. He made a white woman cried in court, said that he went upside her head. When even the third party witness that was the only other person there, him, her, and the driver, the third party witness said she was the one aggressor. She attacked him. And the video evidence of him trying to get out of the car shows him trying to create separation between them, and then ran for 3 blocks trying to escape this woman. And this psychopath chased them the entire time. So, in what reality would anybody believe that this man was the aggressor against this woman and he wasn't the victim? And as far as this woman's finger being fractured, more than likely she fractured her finger attacking him. So, this is just the world that we're living in. Again, this is modern day lynching. And I'm not no fan of Jonathan Majors again. The title of this is The Cost of Snowbunny Worship. And he's paying the ultimate cost. He's going to lose everything. This white woman probably is gonna sue him for the money that he has, whatever money that he does have. He'll be nothing in the annals of history now after this. They, like I say, they've socially castrated him, they've ruined his career, his reputation, and his image. And to be honest, like I said, was going into before, I believe it's all by design. The way this system works, to be honest, I believe that just like the COINTEL, I believe this is maybe COINTEL Pro 2.0, 3.0, or 4.0, or wherever level that they are. The government then just stopped surveilling people and looking at people as threats and putting agents in their path and in their lives and things like that. Ask yourself, I'm about to play a recording. I want people to really listen to this recording and think about the context of this recording right here. And this is Jonathan Majors in 2022 having a conversation with this white woman about her coming in the house drunk or something like that, or doing something about her being drunk. But listen to this. After this, I'm going to give my hypothesis.
I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm gonna say I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not going to think about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
Sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I was in the moment like, hey, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine. I can take that. Fine.
Now, from what I've heard in the media, they've taken that recording and tried to spin it as if he's had some eccentric ranting and it's some type of negative thing to what he was saying to this woman, and how dare he instruct her to be like Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama and all of this mess. But I'm looking at this thing from a completely different perspective that I've yet to hear anybody touch on yet. And again, um, Jonathan Majors isn't, nobody that to me does too much of anything, but and he has a hankering for the snow bunnies, you know what I'm saying, which he's learned a valuable lesson the hard way about. But listening to that audio, they've tried to spin it as if some crazy ranting and he's being overbearing and this, that, and the third. But nobody's asking themselves, why is this white woman just randomly recording this man? all the way back in 2022, well before any of this stuff was going on. This white woman that was supposed to be his girlfriend is randomly recording him. Why? How many times has she randomly recorded them during altercations or this, that, and the third? She's holding a recording from 2022 that's been spun because the recording is innocuous, but they're spinning it in the media to try to make it into something negative when the focus on what he's saying on there, the real meat and potatoes of what he's saying is I need you to be a respectable woman out here in the streets. They're focusing on almost he's the specific people he pointed out. And she's a white woman, he's a black woman. Oh, she could never be a black. They do dumb little shit out there to trigger black folks and not focus on the real thing of what's really going on. What's really going on is agent behavior on this white woman recording this man with whatever he was saying to her. The fact that he was saying you specifically Michelle Obama, Coretta Scott King, white black women when he's talking to a white woman, that's neither here nor there. That's his pathology and his issues going on within his mind or whatever. We all know that this white woman couldn't, be comparable to strong black women's figures in our society. And I take that with a grain of salt when it comes to Michelle Obama. Everybody knows how I feel about the Obama administration right now. She's part of by proxy by being married to Obama and pretty much probably being a contributor to all the bullshit he's already put to the table. But that's very off topic. That's a topic for another day. Basically, the man was asking her to be great. But another thing on the way that this seems like this white woman may be an Asian is listen to the context of what he's saying. Whether it's ridiculous or eccentric or whatever it may be, listen to what he was saying. He's saying, we have a plan. We're supposed to be this. He basically saying, I'm trying to get to be synced in a certain light, get to another level. And honestly, it sounds like he may have some type of future political aspirations. Listen to the people or aspirations of being political or activism. And guess what? Uh, if they had an Asian planet because they had any type of um, beliefs that this man may be some type of problem to the political structure in the future or advocate for black people, as you seen he mentioned our culture, his culture, which is black culture. Even though he's talking to a white woman, we all know that's kind of ridiculous to believe that. But in the way this society is made up, I believe a lot of these swirlers believe that they could still be an icon for the black community, even though they're with the white woman. Just like Byron Allen tried to come around and do his rounds when he wanted support from the black community. He acted like he was such an advocate for the black community, despite the fact that he's married to a white woman. And ever since that court case was over with, we never seen anything else from him. And prior to the court case, we never seen him say or do or advocate anything for the black community. And he even said out of his own mouth, he especially stays away from black television or doing anything in favor of blackness because he don't want to be looked at as just being a black person. That same old self-hating mentality. I don't want to be typecast as just into blackness and this, that, and the third. So you go the total opposite and do nothing for blackness. But Byron Allen's case is another situation too. The main crux of what I'm trying to say is this woman was behaving like an agent from day one. And it's my summation that that was the best. I believe this woman has recorded damn near everything they've done. I believe she was assigned to this man because something he said or done has made himself be perceived as a threat, or this was a setup to set him up all the way from day one to take him down eventually as a blow against or as a perceived blow against black society. Kind of like what they did with the affirmative action, which I'll probably do another show about that, even though it's well after the affirmative action stuff. I haven't had my chance to put my 2 cents into it. But I believe it's either they set him up to be taken down, or along his path, he said or done something in front of the wrong people to show that he has potential to be a threat to the white power structure. And they assigned this white agent to him to investigate him, record him, try to uh, create dirt on him, or gather dirt on him. If not gather dirt, then create dirt. And he may have been damn near like a choir boy with this white woman. And that recording was the best thing they had on him to try to spin him into being a bad guy. Which, and they had to do a lot of spinning to try to make that recording sound like something negative when he basically was saying, well, I have aspirations to be this, that, and the third, and you being my partner, you are a reflection on me, and I need you to be this, that, and the third, and act in this behavior because that's how we go to the next level in accordance with the plan. Which it sounds like again his plan is a plan of being maybe political aspirations or activism or being some great activist or something like that. Akin to maybe like Muhammad Ali or Jim Brown, or, many of the great actors and athletes in the '60s that actually had a backbone of wills to stand up for black society. Yes, us as black people know it sounds kind of ridiculous with a white woman on your arm, but that takes away from what his intentions were and what how much of a threat the government may have perceived him to be. So, you might say I got, saying my tinfoil hat on and I'm reading too much into it and this, that, and the third. But it's awfully strange that this white woman just has random recordings of him from over a year ago, maybe almost 2 years ago. Again, how many recordings does she have? Why is she just randomly recording him? Why is the one recording she has of him has to be spun so much to make it be seem like he was treating her badly when all he was saying was you run around being a drunk B, you know what I'm saying, is ain't a good look. And you know what I'm saying, I'm expecting more of you. That's the best they had on him. You know what I'm saying? So it just all looks funny to me the whole way around. And I'm wondering how many of these white women being sicked on these black dummies that think the white side is the grass is green on the white side of the fence. How many of these dummies have white agents being sicked on them that's gathering intelligence on them, waiting for the chance to take their ass down? So it's just food for thought, This is my opinion. The things don't add up in this scenario to me, and adding on top of that, when he had to call the police for her and all of that, she set up a whole big thing and she was on the ground, and the first thing she said was, now she did self-harm to herself allegedly, took pills and was laid out in the closet and everything, and he was locked out and everything. When they came and got her, the first thing they said was, what did he do to me? Now he did absolutely nothing to her. That's an unequivocal fact. Everything she did, the position she was in and all of that was self-imposed. He didn't even know what was going on. He was trying to get in. He did absolutely nothing to her, and she didn't even say even later on that he did anything to her. But she said, "What did he do to me?" As being a white woman, know you're dealing with a black man and the police, and that's what you say? Come on, man. Everything she did is completely Asian behavior. If this was truly a genuine domestic violence situation, who does that on what she's doing? She's so bitter and mad. Just a regular old person, people that have everyday relationships and everything, whatever it is. If they broke up and the shit is over with it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? All of this happened. We done, we ain't fucking. Who's steady showing up to court and in trial crying and doing it? You'll be any normal person in that situation, it's over with. Whatever, we done, we ain't fucking with each other no more, and they go about their business. Why was she so obsessed with actually having him get a guilty verdict against him? Some might say is for the civil judgment afterwards, maybe a lawyer got in the ear or something. Okay, fine, maybe, but once we looked at the evidence and her knowing the what she's done and knowing the evidence that was against her, honestly, it looked like it in her mind, knowing the position she was in, it should have seemed like a long shot to her. Why was she so confident that she could get a conviction against this man? And why did she even have the will to do it any which way when you know you got a whole driver witness, whatever? You know you on camera and all this stuff on the stuff you did. And the worst evidence you got against him is some recording you got from a year ago where he's telling you be a better person. You think she concocted all of this stuff on her own? You think that she sit up there and put all them pieces together on her own? Or was the fixing? Was they telling her, or is she an agent? And they saying, well, the fix is in. Shit, all you got to do is show up to court. Oh well, my investigation of him being with him for all this time. This the best thing I got. This one record. Shit, we'll spin it and tell the public what they should think about this. We'll call it a crazy rant when we speak on it and act as if he's doing some type of harm against you when we release this thing heavily edited to the public. And we got to fix in on the court system. That's why we're going to push through. They were adamant from start to finish about uh, not putting any charges against her and charging him, no matter what the evidence was. And we've all seen the evidence. The evidence shows that they wasted their time. There's no way they should have got a conviction. Why would they waste their time on a case that looked like it should have never been a conviction that actually turned out to be a conviction in the end, surprising everybody that's seen all the prior evidence? Why would this woman, knowing she had nothing on him, knowing she was the aggressor, still go to the lengths of going through a whole court case, showing up to court and everything, adamant about trying to get him convicted? Put two and two together. The way this shit ain't the natural progression of a situation like this going. If you a woman and you into it with a guy or whatever that you dating, and you know you was the one that was on bullshit, even if you got him initially arrested in this, that, and third, 9 times out of 10, you ain't about to just keep on going back and forth to court, keep on, you know what I'm saying, knowing this camera evidence, knowing a whole another motherfucker witness what went on, and all of that, you gonna keep on going back and forth trying to perpetuate this lie? Be real. That makes no sense. Unless you know and the people that's around you or somebody's telling you the fix is in or it's just a fix all the way around and you was a part of it from day one. So I mean, it's food for thought. This is the conjecture of old man Winter. You could take it or leave it, but this thing don't pass a sniff test. And again, I'm wondering how many other famous, foolish black men that's got a hankering for snow bunnies it has an agent assigned to their case as well. You know, again, like I said, the eye-opening thing was that recording showing he sounds like he has some further aspirations, which in the government's mind may have made him seem like a threat that needs to be neutralized. And castrating somebody socially in 2023 is neutralizing a threat. They don't have to assassinate you no more. They could just assassinate your character. And that's why I say this is Emmett Till 2023 when we all see all the evidence and it's clear that this white woman attacked this man and he did not assault this woman in any way, shape, or form. And any jury that seen that and concluded that that was an assault on his part is insane. That's why I'm saying this whole thing was fixed from day one. The game was rigged from the start, point blank, period. But that's one theory from your man, old man Winter. Again, you can take it or leave it, but that's what I'm putting down. Y'all can pick it up if you want, or you can keep on moving. All right. It's your man, old man Winter. Once again, signing out. Peace.